Yes, sir. What will be done with Oswald?
Well, he has been charged that he will be transferred to the county jail and await grand jury action on him.
When will he be transferred to the county jail?
That I don't know. As soon as we get through talking to him, probably maybe sometime today.
Has he made any admission this morning in your further questioning of him about the killing of President Kennedy?
I have not talked to him, and I don't think anyone else has.
What are you waiting for now, Chief, in terms of further interrogation?
Well, we just want to talk to him some more.
When will you do that?
I imagine in a few minutes.
This will be before his transfer to the county jail.
Yes.
Do you expect that he will be brought down this corridor, Chief?
Yes.
Is there still any word how he got from downtown out to the Oak Cliff section?
Not that I know of.
Just so far, what evidence has been uncovered, Chief? In addition to the weapon, etc.
I wouldn't want to elaborate on all the evidence that has been uncovered.
And what about his background?
Well, he has a background, of course, is generally known now. He defected to Russia in 1959 and married a Russian girl. And then last August, I understand, he went to the American consulate and asked to be brought back to the United States.
How would you describe his mood during the questioning?
Very arrogant. Has been all along.
What does he say, Chief?
He just denies everything.
Does he say anything else?
Not too much. Well, I don't know. I haven't personally been interrogating him.
Has he admitted that he was in the building at the time the shots were fired?
Well, we know he couldn't deny that. We have witnesses.
But he denied, didn't he?
How long has he been?
I think he denies everything.
Chief Curry, how long has he been in Dallas, to your knowledge?
I think approximately 2 months.
And he is an employee of a bookbinding firm which operated
I understand it's a Texas book depository.
Is there any doubt in your mind, Chief, that Oswald is the man who killed the president?
I think this is the man that killed the president. Yes.
Now, you're going to bring him down here for further interrogation in a few minutes. What do you think in your analysis?
Chief, could you tell us what you might have found in his rooming house in the way of literature or any papers connecting him?
We found a great amount of communist literature, communist books. I couldn't tell you just what all it was, but it was a large box, probably a box that probably 2 by 2.
2 feet by 2 feet?
Yes, or 2 by 3 feet, and probably 1.5 feet tall. I'd say it's 2/3 full of different types of books and materials.
Chief, we understand you have the results of the paraffin test which were made to determine whether Oswald had fired a weapon. Can you tell us what those tests show?
I understand that it was positive.
What does that mean?
It only means that he fired a gun.
Chief,
this doesn't...
was there powder burns or powder marks on his cheek? Or
I don't know that. I don't know
All
that.
you know about on his hand?
Yeah.
That he fired a gun, Chief,
gun.
not the rifle or the pistol.
That's right.
We just say a gun.
Chief, would you give us some details as to what form the literature was in and what kind of literature it was specifically? Where was it put out? What did it say?
I haven't examined all of it. I just understand it was communist literature.
It's English.
In English?
Yes, I think it was in English.
Chief, is there any plan, a reenactment of the crime, to take him to the scene or to do anything in that respect?
Is there any evidence that anyone else may have been linked with Oswald to this shooting?
At this time, we don't believe so. We are talking to a man that works in the same building that we have in our subversive files, and we are talking to him, but he denies any knowledge of it.
How old is this man, Chief?
I don't know.
Has he been associated with Oswald in the past?
We don't know that. We know that he works at the same place.
How long has he worked there?
I don't know how long the other man has
What
worked.
type of
How
establishment?
Oswald got to the other side of town? Is there anything that can come up of that? Did he get over by a bus, by a car? He couldn't have
I
walked.
don't know. We have heard that he was picked up by a Negro in a car.
That is not confirmed.
No, it's not confirmed as far as I know.
Are you looking for the Negro?
We would like to know about him. If this is so, we would certainly like to find him.
Chief Curry, could you detail for us what led you to Oswald?
Not exactly, except in the building.
You could move a little bit.
When we went to the building, he was observed in the building at the time, but the manager told us that he worked there. And the officers passed him on up then because the manager said he is an employee.
Is that before the shooting or after?
After the shooting.
After the
Do you think the smudged
was
print,
in
do you
the-
think the smudged fingerprints that have been found on the rifle which killed the president will be able to establish the identity of the killer?
We hope so, but I couldn't say positive at this time that they will be.
Would that be enough to convict him?
I don't know whether it would be enough to convict him or not. If we can put his prints on the rifle, it certainly would connect him with the rifle. And if we can establish that this is the rifle that killed the president,
How many
well,
shots
then
had been fired from the rifle?
3.
Chief?
Have you been able to trace the rifle? Do you know where it
No,
was
we're
purchased?
attempting to do that at this
Is there
time.
any connection yet between this and the firing at Major General Walker?
I do not know.
What was the subversive evidence on the other man that works in the building that you have in your subversive file?
Just that he attended meetings and was associated with groups that were left-wing groups.
Their play for Cuba groups?
I don't know whether that was
You
one
haven't
of them.
found a car, I guess, why?
No,
He doesn't have any car as far as you know.
no, as far as we know.
Did you say, Chief, that a policeman had seen him in the building
Yes.
after the shot was
Yes.
fired? Why didn't he arrest him then?
Because the manager of the place told us that he was an employee. He said, he's all right, he's an employee.
Did he look suspicious to the policeman at this point?
I imagine the policeman was checking everyone he saw as he went into the building.
Well, then after this happened, what was done in terms of getting the trail back to Oswald?
The next thing we knew is when he turned up as a suspect in the murder of the police officer. And then the connection was made between the two.
Chief, did anyone see him shoot the police officer?
Yes.
Who was that?
I don't know the name,
Male or
but there's,
female? Or
I think there were 3 witnesses, I
three witnesses
understand.
saw him shoot the officer.
Has he made any admissions at all about
No.
the shooting of the police officer?
No, he
Nothing.
denies everything.
Why do you think the police officer went to him in the street? What was the reason?
I think he suspected him because of a description that has been put out on the radio.
On the police radio.
Where did they
Chief, has anyone come forward saying they had seen a rifle after hearing the first shot, possibly looking toward the window? Has anyone
I
seen
read in the
gun?
paper where someone said it, but we don't have it.
You don't have
I
that
don't have
person,
it,
and the
unless-
police department would like anybody to
Yes.
come forward who
Yes.
did see it.
Yes,
In other words, you're still looking for public help in this case.
absolutely. Absolutely.
Chief Curry, when you first knew of the Dallas policeman dead, what then led you to the theater? What information did you have from there?
I understand that someone called, I think the ticket taker from the theater called about the suspicious action of this person.
Could you describe briefly what happened inside the theater?
Well, they were searching the theater, and as the officer approached this man, he jumped up and said, "This is it," and drew a gun, attempted to draw a gun. They grappled with him, were able to twist the gun away from him, and he was resisting violently, and several officers subdued him. I had two officers that had to have treatment for injuries, wrestling around over the seats in the theater, and another officer was scratched up but didn't have to have treatment.
Is there any subversive background? Was there any?
I'm sorry, there's too many talking. I can't understand.
This man's apparent subversive background, was there any surveillance? Were police aware of his presence in Dallas?
We in the police department here did not know he was in Dallas. I understand the FBI did know that he was in Dallas.
Chief, do you, Chief,
practice for the FBI to inform the police, municipal
Yes.
police department?
Chief, do you have,
We did not have
But
the
you were not
knowledge.
informed.
We had not been informed of this man.
Chief, do you have any concern for the safety of your prisoner in view of the high feeling among the people of Dallas over the assassination of the president?
No, but necessary precautions will be taken, of course, but I'm not, I don't think that the people will try to take the prisoner away from us.
Do you regard the county jail as a more secure place to house the prisoner? Is that why you're transferring him from the city jail?
It's customary after a man is filed on that he be transferred. We only keep him in our jail until he is filed on. After he's been filed on, well, then he's the sheriff's responsibility.
Will there be extra police at the county jail to assure
I don't
this?
know.
When
Sheriff
will he
Decker,
be transferred, Chief?
I do not know.
Where is the county jail?
At the end, about a block from where the president was killed.
Chief Curry, when will the formal grand jury action be taken to your
Mr.
estimation?
Wade told me last night, or told the press last night, probably the middle of next week.
Chief, can you tell us in summary what directly links Oswald to the killing of the president?
Well, the fact that he was on the floor where the shots were fired from immediately before the shots were fired, the fact that he was seen carrying a package to the building, the fact that
When were you carrying that package? The same day?
yesterday morning,
You figure that was a disassembled rifle?
I don't think it was disassembled. It was, the package was large enough for the rifle to be intact.
A box, or was it a wrapped?
Wrapped in paper.
And you have the witness who places him there after the time of the shooting.
My police officer can place him there after the time of the shooting.
When do you expect the report?
The officer who wanted to stop him and then was told by the manager that he worked.
Yes.
Chief, when have you heard from the Civil Liberties Union? Have they sent a?
They were up here last night.
Will they probably have a lawyer?
I don't know. They haven't sent one up here, but they wanted to know if he'd been warned of his rights and so forth, and we told him that he had.
But no lawyer has seen Oswald.
No lawyer has
Has
seen.
Oswald made any request for a lawyer?
He has, but he didn't say who he wanted or anything, so we couldn't just go out and start calling lawyers for him. That's not our responsibility.
ACLU today, then?
I don't know.
Heck, as of now, it would be up to Oswald to hire his own lawyer if he wants one.
His mother, I understand, at this time has said that she would get him an attorney this morning.
Has he been arraigned yet for murdering the
Yes. He was arraigned last night about 1:30.
Chief Curry,
Yes.
where does his mother live, Chief Curry?
I don't know.
Is
I
she
don't
from
have-
Dallas?
No, I think she's from Fort Worth.
You have said, of course, Chief, that Oswald hasn't made any admissions. Is he responding to questions? Is he refusing to answer questions at this stage?
He doesn't answer questions except to say that's ridiculous, that's silly, that's and deny any knowledge of everything.
Did he say he
display
was anywhere else
self-confidence?
at the time this was happening?
I don't know.
Does he
didn't
seem
try.
confident of himself?
He says he was at the building, but he says he was there because he worked there.
Chief Curry, thank you very
Does he
much.
seem mentally right, Chief?
Yes, he's mentally right.
You don't think the man is off his rocker?
No, sir, I don't.
Terms.
No, sir, I don't think so.
Chief,
Thank you, Chief Curry. We've just been talking here at Dallas Police Headquarters with the Chief of Police, Jesse Curry. In just a few moments, we expect Oswald will be brought through this door from his jail cell 1 floor above, taken through the Homicide Bureau, down to a police conference room on the lower level for further questioning. As of now, he has admitted nothing, denied all association, any guilt, anything to do with the assassination of President Kennedy. This is Bob Clark, ABC, at Dallas Police Headquarters.